Two things I want to stress or to say before I go any further. Number one, you'll see me trying to wipe my face because I don't have the air conditioning on right now. It's a very hot day here in the GTA, and I don't want to be sweating um, while I do these things. I don't think it looks good. But also, we got some breaking news here. It appears that a man has been arrested for trying to break into Buckingham Palace while the Queen was inside and she was asleep. This happened around, I believe they said two something. Let me double check here because this happens many times with Buckingham Palace. It happened at two BST. I don't know what that means. But yeah, it happened early on. It happened sometime on Wednesday, so yesterday. A 22-year-old was held on suspicion of trespass at around 2 on Wednesday by specialist royal officers, the Met Police Service said. The Queen was in residence at the time, a palace spokeswoman has confirmed. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Another person trying to break into Queenie's house. This happens all the time at Buckingham Palace. The first real big intrusion was back when Queen Victoria was in big power with the boy Jones. And then, of course, Michael Fagan, my man Michael Fagan, broke into her actual bedroom while she was asleep. It was 2 a.m., by the way, on Wednesday, 10th of July. So, yeah. But let's talk about something a little bit more concerning to myself, at least, because people breaking into Buckingham Palace. I mean, first of all, that's the People's Palace. They pay for it, so I think they should go in at any time they want to go into it. So I don't care. But I think patriots, and you guys need to listen to me. And this is something because there's still a lot of people out there that are fawning and falling over themselves for the royal family. I think they're preparing to kill Thomas Markle. I think they're preparing to do a Diana on him. And when I say do a Diana on him, I mean take him out, just like I think they did to Diana. Now, the evidence for the Diana thing, I mean, no cameras, Fiat Uno, the driver was a MI6 guy. Um, the Fiat Uno was supposedly found and he was MI6 and he killed himself. I mean, there's so much evidence to go back to that the fact that they may have taken her out. And I think they're doing the same thing, or they're planning to do the same thing with Thomas Markle. And the reason I say that is because now there's news coming out that the Queen is worried and concerned over Thomas, because a few days ago he came back into the public spotlight. He looks obviously very depressed. He looks very crushed over the fact that his low-down thought daughter, Meghan, is completely snubbing him. She says, don't say anything and things will be better. He waits, he doesn't say anything, but then he continues getting snubbed. I mean, it started when paparazzi people took pictures of him trying on clothing. And I mean, yeah, that's a little embarrassing, but I don't think that's the crime of the century. And he's like, well, first of all, I think they came to him and they said, would you have wanted to be there? And he said, well, I was a member of the Queen, altar boy or whatever at the Queen's church, all this sort of stuff. I think, yeah, I should be there, but whatever. Not to mention, he's also related to Edward III, who was one of the real English monarchs, not like these Germans who we have now. Another reason why I think the royal family is obsolete. But it's saying here now that the Queen is reportedly concerned about the troubling situation between Markle and her estranged father, who last weekend, well, not last weekend, but who continues to go into the public spotlight. And it's also saying that the Queen wants Meghan and Harry to work out this situation and come to a solution. Now, those words very much concern me because when people annoy the royal family, Diana, all these different people, even going back to the ancient times, the tactic is murder. Murder. Anne Boleyn, all these different people. It's usually just murder. That's what it is. When you upset these individuals, it's done. You're gone. It's like, that's the history. That's the history. In fact, there have been members of the royal family going back many, many years, going back to George III. One of his children actually murdered. It's alleged that he murdered his driver. I mean, all this kind of thing. When you get in their way, that is the first, middle, and last solution. So, and not to mention the fact that this whole thing that's going on between Thomas and his low-down daughter, the Duchess of Thoughts, it reminds me of Diana, except that he's a man. Diana wouldn't shut up when she was alive. She wouldn't shut up. She would go on Panorama. She would be all over the place going on about Prince Charles, how he wouldn't make a good king, and this and that, and yada yada. But she wouldn't shut up, and they got rid of her, in my opinion. They got rid of her. You're gone, and secretly. I think they're going to do the same thing to Thomas. And it's going to be a big uproar. You watch. They might even make it look like a suicide. One of these days, you're going to wake up, turn on the television, and you're going to hear Thomas Markle, the father of the Duchess of, I call her Thoughts, I refuse to say Duchess of Sussex, has died in an apparent suicide or in his home. He was found dead, this and that. I mean, it can happen. I think it's going to happen. I think Thomas better watch out. You better watch out, boy. I think the royal family, all of them, Elizabeth, Charles, William, all of these people, I don't know about William and Kate. I mean, they just don't really seem to like the Duchess of Thoughts. But they're going to do it anyway. You know why? Not because he brings embarrassment to her, but because they are using Meghan as a way to keep the public infatuated with the royal family. That's why they're tolerating all of this stuff. The Queen cannot stand Markle. She cannot stand him. Markle makes the Queen's skin crawl. I know it. God told me. No, God told me. I'm telling you, that's the truth. Same thing with all of them. So while they don't like her, they're going to do everything they can to keep her around and not make this into another Diana. Because then all the black folk and all the feminist white girls will march up on the street, up on the Queen and all this stuff. So they're going to say, hey, look, let's get rid of her daddy. Let's get rid of him. And Markle's in on it too. No, she is. She wants that brother popped. Telling you. You better hear what I gotta say. Thomas Markle is living his last years. He is. No, he is. They're going to poison his food. They're going to poison his drink. They're going to do whatever they can to get rid of him so that he can stop trashing Meghan, the Duchess of Thoughts, Zebra Markle. They're going to do anything they can. Because the more he trashes, the more the royal family looks bad. And the more people turn against them. And the more people like me will talk about it. And they're going to get rid of it. The same thing with Diana. The more she kept talking, the more the royal family looked bad. And Charles and all this stuff. And Charles said, hell no, this ain't going to keep happening. I'm going to get rid of my wife. I'm going to get rid of her. Get rid of her. Get rid of her. That's just what they do. Thomas, I think, is next. Because have you noticed the Queen doesn't appear to be on the side of Thomas? I'm sure she doesn't. She probably feels something, but she's worried about her family, which is fine. Yeah, it's fine. But she's worried about her family. She's worried about her dynasty. And she don't want this fat, bearded, balding American, who's, by the way, more royal than her, to ruin all that, just like Diana did. And Diana was also more royal than all of them. And I'm not saying that I was a big fan of Diana. I'm just saying the truth here. I'm just saying the truth here. This is what's going on. They all want to make sure that the House of Windsor continues to be popular. That's why they brought this half-breed into the family. To get all the black folk and all the liberal white people to come back to them, because when Prince Charles comes along, all of them they're gonna disappear. It's over. It's over. I was looking at polls the other day, which said that most Canadians for the past 20 years want to see the royal family gone. They're no use. And I'm with them. Yay and amen. They need to get out of Canada. I don't want them here. What you got some old white lady going, well, they're a part of our history. What history? History of colonialism? You're telling a damn lie. You know what's history in this country? The natives are our history. And you know what was after that? The Danish and the Vikings. And you know what's after that? The French and the Acadians. And English, it's way down at the bottom. Way, way down. What history are you talking about? What history is that? The history of taking over. Okay, if the royals are part of our history, then when all these refugees come in, the same people who you don't want in here, when they come in and they take over the whole country, and they're going to do it, they've already taken many parts of this country. When they do that, and they bring a king in, and then 50 years from now, we're going to say, no, that's part of our history. We should keep him. No, that's a part of, he stole that history. No, he stole that history. Now, I'm not saying that we should, get rid of all the white folk and everything. I'm just stating facts here. History. Yeah, it's a part of our history, but they stole it. They stole it, so they should, and if the people think they're irrelevant, they should go on back to where they come from. But that's the thing here. Most people are turning away from it. Younger people, especially, because they're thinking, what use do they have? I mean, I can understand in Britain, okay, the tourism. I can understand in Britain. You guys in Britain, I can understand. You guys are thinking to yourself, hey, if we get rid of the Queen in England is going to be a nobody place anymore. It'll be like Greenland. It'll be like Iceland. Nobody want to go there. Nobody care. The only people anytime. Listen, I've been to England. It's a beautiful country. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country. I've got families there. But Greenland is also a beautiful country. No, it is. Greenland. Iceland is too. But nobody goes there because there's no royal family. What use is there to go to England other than to go see your ancestral homeland if there's no royal family? None. Or if you want to go see family, which was my case, because I got family up in Yorkshire. But back to what I was saying. The royals know that people are not interested in them anymore. So they bring this half-breed woman, and I have nothing against half. I'm dating a white girl, so I don't care. It's a slight at Meghan. When I say these things, it's a slight against her, not against mixed race. I love mixed race. I love mixing and mingling. I love all of that. We're all God's children. You want to marry Chinese? You want to marry Indian? You want to marry Arab? You want to marry Afghanistan? Go ahead. But they bring this woman in here, black, white, movie star, so that all the black girls, and not even the black people like Meghan, but that's what they're hoping. All the black people and all the weird white folk will start fawning over the royal family again. So if she goes, then they will go too. The supposed fans will go too. So the royals say, no, we're going to get rid of Thomas because he's causing too much trouble for Meghan, even though we don't like her. We're going to get rid of him. I'm telling you. That is what I have to say. I have to go now, you guys. I have to go. I'm sweating buckets over here. I got to put the air conditioning on. I got to make dinner. And I just walked in the door from work, so I got to go. But you guys, I've been giving a lot of hard news lately, and YouTube's been demonetizing all my stuff. You guys need to donate and help me out here, because I've been giving you guys some really dark things, and YouTube isn't liking it. So you guys need to assist me. This is the Arana Nation.